Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Letter Live here from Green High School as we take on our second girls basketball game we have covered this season. And tonight, it's one for all the stakes. It is the Green Bulldogs taking on the Jackson Polar Bears. Green Jackson played a couple of weeks ago. Close game. Ended with a clutch layup in, practically the end of regulation.
Well, yeah, it was Green jumping out to a 15-point lead in the first meeting against Jackson, and then Jackson fought back to tie the game at 59. No, it was 49-49, and then Green went on to score the final 6 points of the game, and that's what started Green's big run here in the Federal League. And tonight, we're basically just around the midpoint of the season, but Green has an opportunity to clinch a share of the Federal League title tonight with a win. That's how well they have played in the league this season.
Yeah, 8-0 in the league for the Lady Bulldogs here at Green High School. That cannot be understated. These girls have played their hearts out for the past months. 10-1 overall. It doesn't get much better than that, does it?
Well, no, and they're not that far away from having a perfect season so far. Their only loss of the season was a narrow defeat to Hoban, who is really always good. And if you only lose by a few points to Hoban, that's not a bad showing by you at all. So they have been on a roll, and here's a Jackson team that has won a lot of Federal League titles in the past, trying to delay the inevitable for Green tonight.
Yeah, and with Jackson tonight, they got a lot of pieces to stop the momentum of this Green squad. Madison Lepley comes into this game leading the Polar Bears in pretty much every statistic besides assists. That would be led by Ava Corey. Tonight, Lepley comes off of a fresh 30-point performance. And tonight, Corey also comes in off of one of the best assist seasons statistically that we've ever seen from a Jackson Polar Bear.
Well, you think Ava Corey is going to have a little bit of extra juice in her tonight, being that she is a former Green Bulldog coming back to her former school, her former home court, to play a game against a team that has a chance to clinch a league title. And Madison Lepley has really refused to let her team lose a lot of nights. She is coming off a 30-point game against McKinley. It was her second 30-point game of her career. And the other one we saw last month, a 35-point game against McKinley. And she had the winning layup in the final seconds on Saturday to beat the Bulldogs to keep her team with a chance. They still have to win tonight and still have things go their way if they want to clinch a share of the league title. But she gave her team a chance.
And maybe Lepley just has something against Bulldogs, because against Green, she was electric. You see all of these players coming in from different areas of Ohio, Northeast Ohio, and obviously Jackson Green, only 15 minutes away from each other. The competition, geography really isn't that much. You're looking at these girls. They have actually played with each other before. They played against each other before. They know exactly what to expect from everybody.
Right, and you have two programs under Alicia Manning, who has had success the past few years, coming to Green off a stint at Northwest, and now Michael Kuhn, his first year at Jackson, taking over for Anthony Butch, trying to keep that program's winning tradition going.
Absolutely. So, Mike, we did have the opportunity, and you really had the opportunities here to talk with both head coaches of the Jackson Polar Bears and Green Bulldogs. But here we're going to do is we're going to flip it over to Alicia Manning from the Green Bulldogs.
Alicia, big night for you guys tonight with an opportunity to clinch at least a share of the Federal League title. How special has this season been so far for you?
Yeah, this is just a really special group. These kids are used to winning. They've been winning since they were in middle school. Our junior class went undefeated 3 years in a row, twice in middle school, and then when they were on JV, they went undefeated too. So they know how to win, they want to win, and obviously the Federal League is packed with a lot of really good teams, but yeah, it's important, and it's one of our goals that we have every season. So if we can come out and play hard, hopefully that'll be the result.
When people look at your team, one player obviously they look at is Jenna Slates, school's career scoring leader, school's career rebounding leader.
Yeah.
The first time you played Jackson, 29 rebounds,
Yeah.
school record.
Right.
I don't think I've ever seen, boys or girls, anyone get 29 rebounds in a game. How special of a player has she been?
Yeah, I saw that when we check our stats electronically, and I'm looking at it, I'm like, is that the team rebounds column? Like, that's a typical team rebounding stat, and the fact that she got that is it's pretty insane. I've never seen that before in my playing or coaching career. But yeah, she's a special kid. She wants to win, and she gives us our all every single time she steps on the floor, and that has transpired into all the accomplishments and records that she's broken.
Obviously, the first time you played Jackson, you jumped out to a big lead. They rallied, and then you were able to pull away in the past few minutes. Even with everything that's on the line tonight,
Right.
you still have a formidable opponent.
Oh yeah, we're expected to play a motivated team every time we play a team that's in the Fed, and Jackson's no different. So they're going to be ready to play, and we cannot have those ups and downs that we did in that Jackson game. We need to be consistent and hopefully not have to get it under 10. But if we do, then we build a little grit, and we have the experience to handle it. So hopefully we can make that happen.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Alert Live here from Green High School, as we just heard a wonderful rendition of the national anthem by Francis Scott Key by some band that I don't think I've ever heard before. Anyways, Mike, we also had the opportunity to talk to Mike Kuhn of Jackson. Here's that interview now.
All right, Mike, you're playing Green. First time this year, they jumped out to a big lead. You were able to rally back before they were able to pull away. I guess the important thing tonight is get off to a good start against a team with the Green's caliber.
Absolutely, and unfortunately that's kind of been something that's tripped us up a couple times this year. We have not been getting off to the best start in games, so we're working to change that a little bit, but we think we have a good game plan for tonight. We're going to try to come out, be a little bit smarter, eliminate some of the mistakes, and we're ready to battle.
Green with an opportunity to clinch at least a share of the Federal League. I guess another incentive for your team is, hey, we got to do what we can to prevent that from happening as long as we can.
Absolutely. After each of our league losses this year, we've just kept the focus on the next game, and we're going to control what we can control, and we're ready to come out and try to get this one tonight, and then we'll let the chips fall where they may after that.
Maddie Lepley coming off a 30-point game against McKinley, last-second layup to get you the win. She had a 35-point game earlier this season. How special has it been to watch her progress this year?
It's been very special, and as I mentioned last time, just watching her go from that second, third option on these different teams she's been a part of to now clearly being the one. She's really rising to the occasion, but she's getting a lot of help from her teammates that are setting her up for success. Other teams can't leave Ashley Helly, and we've got other girls out there that can shoot it, and we've got a point guard right now leading us in steals, assists, and rebounds. So she's getting a lot of help, but she's absolutely getting it done for us on the offensive end.
And welcome back, everybody, to Green High School. We are back live from my soon-to-be alma mater. Anyways, Mike, we have the starters for tonight. We got the exclusive scoop even before they started announcing them. Shout out to Corey Nicole down there doing the PA for us tonight. Starting for the Polar Bears, Talia Russell, 5'6" junior guard who comes into the season as one of the biggest staples of Jackson's bench. Next up, number 11, Ava Corey, transfer from Green, 5'7" junior point guard. Number 14, she's the big one. Maddie Lepley, 6' junior guard. Ashley Held, 5'6" sophomore guard, and Lexi Pizer, a 5'8" sophomore point. Now, for the Bulldogs, starting is Number 3, junior Brooklyn Woods starts for point guard tonight. Meredith Vire, the senior, who currently is the sharpshooter for this Green offense. Next up, Brooke Shockley, junior, comes into the starting lineup now. Next up is number 23, Sydney Shockley, a senior forward. And then we round things off with Ashland commit Jenna Slates, a senior who comes into the game with pretty much every record to be broken.
Yeah, first time that Jackson and Green played, she had 29 rebounds. And I don't think I ever saw a girl or boy in high school basketball, I don't think at any level of basketball, score, well, get 29 rebounds, a school record.
Yeah, and absolutely. Sum things up here now for those who are just tuning in. Bulldogs win the tip-off, but instead of a scoring drive, it ends up taking a charge on Jackson's side, and Jackson is going to maintain possession now with 7 minutes, 47 seconds to go here in the first. Green looks to regroup now as they spread out on defense. They're going to have Brooke Shockley taking it at the G, playing up on this triangle. Now, Brooklyn Wood on the right side in front of me. Corey is going to pass that off to Talia Russell. Corey driving through, finds Lepley. That's actually Lexi Pizer, my apologies. 5'8" sophomore, gets the first points of the game. It's Jackson 2, Green 0. Jenna Slates on the outside perimeter. She's going to get that to Brooklyn Wood. We're taking it at the key now. Giving it off to Brooke Shockley, right side. Gives it back off to Jenna Slates. She'll pull it for a deep 3, and she'll grab it, taking the lead for the Bulldogs.
Boy,
it's Green 3.
Take it inside, rebound, and she can shoot the 3 too.
Absolutely, Mike. Now, Ashley Hell gives it off to Lepley, who looks to get a screen by Wood. She'll try and go over, and she'll notch it for the Polar Bears now. It's Jackson 4, Green 3, 6 minutes, 54 seconds to go. Alicia Manning is up off her chair and up on her feet. Sydney Shockley now with the ball. Takes it on the left side, passes it off to her sister. Jenna Slates wants to take another one, but she'll give it to Brooklyn Wood instead. She'll overshoot on the basket a little bit, but Brooke Shockley able to get the ball off the rebound and maintain possession for the Bulldogs as they look to reset now with 6 minutes, 30 seconds to go. It is Jackson 4, Green 3. The only points tonight for Green taken by Jenna Slates. The other shot taken by Brooklyn Wood. Meredith Vire looks to do what she does best, taking a 3, but Lepley looks to steal the ball, gets it right back. Corner for Jenna Slates. Notches off the rim, and Lepley gets the rebound. 6 minutes, 9 seconds to go, Mike, and Jackson with a 1-point lead, 4-3 over the Bulldogs.
Yeah, Jenna Slates with the first points for Green. Meredith Vire, 7 3-point goals in a game against McKinley last week. That tied a school record.
Now Talia Russell goes over to Ashley Hell. Hell looks to dribble it inside to Pizer. She'll go up. Ball is called a travel on a potential and 1, and that's going to be Green's ball now with 5 minutes, 44 seconds to go. It's Jackson 4, Green 3. Green drives it down the court now. Wood has it at the G. She's guarded by Russell. Looks to go to her right. Finds her left. And now trying to get around. Can't get around. Giving it to Vire instead, who looks to get past Hell. She'll give it back to Wood. And that's going to be another reset for the Bulldogs now. 5 minutes, 20 seconds to go, Mike. Foul called now, and it looks like that was a reach-in on Brooklyn Wood, and that is going to go to Ava Corey on the inbound now with 5 minutes, 18 seconds to go. It's Jackson 4, Green 3.
Yeah, I think that was just a turnover there on Green to give the ball back to Jackson.
Lepley pulls up with a deep 3. That'll notch out. Rebounded by Jenna Slates. Gets up and over everybody. She'll launch one down the court. That's going to go out of bounds. Looks like it was touched by Jackson before it made its way out. It's going to be Vire on the inbound for the Bulldogs. 4 minutes, 59 seconds to go. It's Jackson 4, Green 3.
You know, as we were given the starting lineups and that first offensive foul on Green, that was on Jenna Slates. So
Slates takes a tough pass, goes inside the paint, ball rolls out. She gets the rebound after a tip from Wood. She'll go up and gets the and 1 for Slates. She has a chance to make it a 3-point play. 4 minutes, 46 to go. Green takes a 1-point lead now. Green 5, Jackson 4.
Well, this is what happened the first time Green played Jackson. When I talked about Jenna Slate's 29 rebound night, a lot of that, I believe she had double-digit offensive rebounds. Gets the offensive rebound there, tries to get the and one, and she does.
And now, with that being said, Mike, Green takes a 2-point lead now, and it's all thanks to Jenna Slate's 2 3-point plays, one off of a 3-pointer, one off of a tough and one in the paint. Now takes a 2-point lead over the Polar Bears. Talia Russell screens past Brooklyn Wood as Ava Corey now has the ball. She's guarded heavily by Wood. A lot of history between those two. Lepley goes up and over the backboard, won't find it. Instead, that's Pizer who gets the rebound, and she'll get another. But the whistle is blown.
Yeah, it's good work by Pizer early on in this game with 4 points. When you talk about Jackson, we talk about Maddie Lepley, we talk about Ava Corey, we talk about Ashley Helly. But Pizer giving them good minutes early to tie this game.
Continuing play now, Jenna Slates has the inbound. She's racing down the court. Sydney Shockley, older sister of Brooke Shockley and captain of the team, looks to screen left past Slate. She's guarded closely by Corey. And that is crazy defense played by Corey. She's up and all over. Jenna Slates looks to go up and around, finds Vire from the 3-point line, won't bank, instead falls into the hands of Lexi Pizer. And now the Polar Bears going to dribble it down the court as Talia Russell has an attempt at a deep 3. Corey on the left side, guarded by Sydney Shockley. She'll look to drive through, trying to cut under, and instead she'll have to get rebounded right back to the post, and not the right rebound that she wants. Deep 3 taken by Helly. Off the rim, and now Green 6, Jackson 6, 3 minutes, 32 seconds to go. Vire's got a 3-point shot. Instead, she'll get off to Sydney Shockley in the paint, who looks to go around. She'll put one up and over for a quick post-scoring move, and it's Green 8, Jackson 6, 3 minutes, 17 seconds to go here in the first. Corey dribbles one underneath to Helly. She'll go up from 3, and she'll notch it. Jackson with a 1-point lead now with 3 minutes, 5 seconds to go. It's Jackson 9, Green 8. The Lady Bulldogs take a fast start, but Jackson able to catch up real quick.
Yeah, it's not uncommon to see Helly fire in 4 3-pointers, 5 3-pointers a game. Green's going to have to recognize her.
Shockley goes in stride to Vire on the left perimeter. She'll get it right back to Slates, who spots up and gets it. Quick 3 from Slates gives the Bulldogs another lead. It's Green 11, Jackson 9, 2 minutes, 34 seconds to go.
Every 3-pointer, every rebound. I bet the Ashland Eagles are really loving this when they see that.
Yes, Mike, and now on the left perimeter, we're looking at a quick screen from Helly to Corey. Gives it back to Lepley now. She'll dribble past through her legs. Backing up now, she's guarded by Shockley closely. She wants to make a move now. She'll hand it off to Helly. Screens pass by Corey. Ball is tipped by Wood off a 3-point attempt, and Slates goes down the court. It's 2-on-3. Bulldogs, Slates, mid-range jumper, gets it, and a tough shot from Slates gets it right in. It's Green 13, Jackson 9. 1 minute, 54 seconds here to go in the first, and that size from Jenna Slates only plays into her advantages.
You're right, and boy, Jenna Slates can handle the basketball well too, coming up court.
And I mean, wow, Mike, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game. Green takes a 4-point lead now over the Polar Bears after Jackson able to catch up with a couple minutes to spare. Green 13, Jackson 9, a minute 45 to go. And now Lexi Pizer coming out for Maddie Dolan, 5'7" sophomore guard, coming in now for the Polar Bears. Wouldn't be surprised if we see her actually being more of a wing tonight, assuming that Jackson plays the same way they played against Green in their last meeting. Helly has it on the right side, guarded by Armani Wagler. Wagler had significant playing time last year, now being the 6th man. Inside, Lepley is going in from Slates. No charge called. And it looks like Slates took the fall there, expecting a charge, won't get it, and instead that's going to go to Lepley at the free throw line. And Mike, you know a lot about Madison Lepley free throws, don't you?
At one point this season, she had a school record 35 straight free throws. That was snapped last week, and she hits the first free throw. The old record was held by Taylor Mikesell, 32 in a row. Anytime you break one of Taylor Mikesell's records at Jackson, that's pretty impressive, as Lepley drains the second one to give her 4 points on the night.
Brooke Shockley now transitioning into the point role after Brooklyn Wood comes off. Now Green 13, Jackson 11. Inside, Shockley's got it. Ball's taken. Looks like a timeout was called eventually, but it looks like a jump ball is called instead. Excuse me, I think my vision is deceiving me.
No, well, you're right the second time. It is a jump ball, so it'll be Jackson regaining possession here.
Now with the ball for the Polar Bears. Corey is guarded by Vire. Hands spread. Taking it now is Dolan. She'll have it on the right side. Going to Helly. Corey gets it at the key. Gives it to Lepley. Tries to fake out Slates. She'll take it with her left. Goes to Tally Russell for a quick three. Rolls its way out. Armani Wagler almost with the rebound. That ball is tipped by Dolan. Dolan now tying her shoelaces. Goes to the Bulldogs with 46.6 seconds left to go here in the first. And Green has another opportunity to go up by 2 scores.
Now, if you're Jackson, no matter really what happens at the end of the first quarter, good start tonight for them. They had to come back from 15 down against Green the first time.
Sydney Shockley goes to the corner to Jenna Slate. She thinks about pulling up. Instead, finds Meredith Vire at the key, who fires it over to Brooklyn Wood. Stutter steps with her left, dribbles back, goes back to Slate's at the key. And another offensive reset now. Wood looks to go inside to Shockley. She'll go in the post. Ball's in the corner to Vire. She'll cut under. Ball is swatted away, but contact was made, and Vire will head to the free throw stripe.
Yeah, just the second foul of the game on Jackson, and that's going to be on Ava Corey at her first. Meredith Vire going to the free throw line for Green.
Vire will notch her first, Mike.
Yeah, we talked about her hitting 7 threes in that game against McKinley. She scored 33 points, and that tied the Bulldogs' single-game record held by Jenna Slates earlier this year.
And Jenna Slates, for the first time tonight, comes out with 19.9 seconds to go. Vire notches both of her free throws. It's Green 15, Jackson 11. 16 seconds to go now in the first. Corey's got it on the left side, on the right side. Passes it off to Dolan. Now looking to set up with 8 seconds left. Jackson needs to make a play. 5 seconds ticking down. Corey's guarded by Wagler. Tries to go behind her back. She wants to make a play. Goes over to Dolan, and Green stops Corey with no time to spare. It's Green 15, Jackson 11 at the end of the first. Corey tries to make a play on her own team. Can't get the bucket she wants.
Yeah, Jackson can't even get a shot off thanks to some good Green defense. And it's that time for your favorite segment.
It's my favorite segment, Mike.
Who's hot?
Who's hot, Mike? Let them know.
Well, it's easy to point out who's hot so far in this game. Jenna Slates with 11 of the Bulldogs' 15 points. We talked about the game she had against the Polar Bears the first time. 20-plus points, 29 rebounds. She's off to a great start tonight. Picked up that early foul, but hasn't picked up a foul since then. Jackson, meanwhile, Maddie Lepley, Lexi Pizer combined for 8 of their 11 points. Lexi Pizer off to a good start. Might look for her how she's able to guard Slates on defense. She might be a big factor in that tonight if the Polar Bears are able to pull off a win here.
Absolutely, Mike, 100%. Now Green 15, Jackson 11. Now going into the second quarter of play. Jackson makes a couple of changes to their lineup now. Talia Russell, Lepley, Corey have not left the floor tonight. Dolan still on, and Ashley Helly still on the court for the Polar Bears. Green will start with the possession for the second quarter. Armani Wagler has it for the Bulldogs. She'll grab it over to Brooklyn Wood. Looks to cross over with her left. Great move. Goes back to Wagler. Steps through inside the paint. Off the back of the rim. Jackson ball. Wagler avoids the foul off a quick strip. And now, with 7 minutes, 30 seconds to go, Jackson still has 11. Lepley finds an and one. And that'll give her another shot to get this within 1 point.
Yeah, Lepley probably is not going to leave the floor very much tonight for the Polar Bears. And she has a chance for the and one to get her team within one, and she hits it.
Lepley trying to get back on that train. She started riding a couple of weeks ago, and she couldn't stop making free throws.
Well, Michael Kuhn pointed out a good fact the other day. During that free throw streak, she doesn't really leave the floor, so a lot of that happens at the end of games when she's really tired, and free throws aren't as simple as they may look.
Slates dishes it off to Shockley on the right side, spots up for a deep three instead, gives it off to her sister. Slates has it on the right side, a little offset of the key. Ball flips off the top of the rim. Instead, Corey finds the rebound, and with 7 minutes left, it's a 1-point game. Dolan tries to go inside. Brooke Shockley gets her hands up, and now Dolan is headed to the line.
Yeah, it's going to be on Brooke Shockley, her first foul. Team's second already on Green here in the quarter. Just 1 minute in, Maddie Dolan to the free throw line. First shot rattles the rim and falls. And the second shot for the 5'7" sophomore is good.
Wagler on the inbound now for the Bulldogs. We'll hand it off to Sydney Shockley. Shockley at the G now. Dribbles over to the left a little bit. Corey now offset with her on the left side. Slates has it inside. She'll look to dribble through. Lepley and Dolan. She'll go inside to try and get a shot for Green. Instead, called a travel. 6 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Jackson 16, Green 15, and Polar Bears have really turned the tides now.
Yeah, that looks like a travel from here up here, and the referee took his time to call it.
Talia Russell on the right, guarded heavily by Wagler. Ball goes inside to Lepley. She's triple teamed, goes outside to Russell. Corner three taken by the junior. Instead, goes Green's way. 6 minutes, 24 seconds to go. Jackson 16, Green 15.
That'll be the foul on Maddie Dolan for the Polar Bears. Her first, team first on Jackson.
Wood hands it off to Vire now. Vire going over to her left. Them two splitting in the middle as Wood cuts underneath to get set in the left corner. Wood unguarded. Ball's tipped after Slates passes it, but she's got to look inside. She'll get it, and that is another 2-point shot for Slates.
That's a fortunate break for Green. The ball comes right to her as it's deflected, and she gets an open lane for the layup.
Lepley stopped in her tracks by Wagler. Now goes to Russell, who's guarded by Vire. Ball goes back to Lepley, and she'll look to drive inside with a quick floater. Charge isn't called on Slates. Instead, Slates grabs the rebound after getting back up on her feet. And Green with a 1-point lead now with 5 minutes, 32 seconds to go. It's Green's 17. Jackson 16. Slates goes over. Tough jumper. Finds its way in. A little bit in front of the foul stripe. Gets another 2 for the Ashland commit.
Jenna Slates 15 of Green's 19 points tonight.
Oh my, I didn't even realize that, Mike. She has 15 of Green's 19 points tonight.
Yes.
Oh my goodness, that's a stat I didn't even think I'd ever hear. Lepley now taking it back for the Polar Bears after an offensive reset forces her back into the right corner. Corey's got it at the 3-point stripe. Vire motions over to Russell, and now Corey, guarded solely by Wagler. Wagler almost draws it out. Corey doesn't step out of bounds. But it looks like now they're making up for that as Jackson takes a timeout. With 4 minutes, 48 seconds to go now in the second. It's Green 19, Jackson 16.
Well, Green, even though Maddie Lepley has 7 points, Green's doing a great job recognizing her. That last possession down there, we saw Lepley triple team. That's how much respect Green has for her and not wanting her to dominate this game like she has in a lot of games so far this season.
And I mean, wow, just wow, that's all I can say tonight. Great play from both teams. Green obviously has a chance to pick up at least a share of the Federal League title tonight, so if they win, they're cutting down the nets.
Here's how Lepley has really dominated games this season. She had 21 points against Perry, 25 against Green the first time they played, 27 against Hoover, 35 and 30 against McKinley, 24 against Perry. And those are her 20-plus point games.
Now with the ball for the Polar Bears, Corey's going to dish that off to Lepley. She'll find herself backing up to about the half-court line. Instead, it goes a little bit in front. Now, Kaiser hands it off to Helly. She'll pull up a deep three. Won't get it. Instead, ball's rebounded by Talia Russell, who puts up a quick floater. Can't find it. Slates with a quick rebound. And I don't think anybody else is going to come up with that rebound, Mike.
No, she was right there and right to her.
Wagner drives out to Vire. Charge taken now as Wagner pushes off on Helly. And it's Jackson ball. Now 4 minutes, 13 seconds to go. It's Green 19, Jackson 16.
Yeah, first foul of the game for Amani Wagner. 3 fouls already here on Green midway through the second quarter.
And you talk about three-point shooting for the Polar Bears. They basically got it everywhere on the court. Talia Russell isn't afraid to take one. Visor isn't afraid to take one. And Lovely isn't afraid to take one. She just took one blocked by Wagner. Ball is shot over to Russell, given to Corey. Inside, Wagner gets the tip. She'll fall down. And that's going to be Jackson possession now with 3 minutes, 51 seconds to go. It's Green 19, Jackson 16 here at Green High School.
Well, great defense there by Wagner. Blocking on the three, denying the pass.
Now, Wood with her hands up on Lepley. Lepley still able to finish it anyways off of 1 foot. Grabs it with a right. It's now Green 19, Jackson 18. Slates thinks about pulling up from 3. She's triple teamed now. Same thing as Lepley. Cindy Shockley pump fakes the 3. Slates pump fakes, goes inside, and finds another shot in the paint. Timeout now taken. It's Green 21, Jackson 18. 3 minutes, 27 seconds to go, Mike.
Well, what's the school record? Single game school record for Green?
I want to say it's 33.
33 points. And Slate's already up to 17. $17 points for Jenna Slates.
And Mike, as we look in on this game, I mean, lots to play for, obviously. I mean, Green looking to cut down the nets tonight. Jackson still looking to stay alive in tonight's game and in the Federal League race.
Well, Jackson can only do what they can. When you look at what's ahead for Green, they're probably going to win the Federal League. I mean, when you look at it. Jackson, all they can do is do what they can in their own power to prevent that from happening as long as they can. It's a 2-game lead for Green over Jackson. It would be a 3-game lead over the rest of the field tonight with 3 games to go. And Jackson and Green, clearly the top 2 teams in the league this season.
Absolutely, but finally close. In third would be the McKinley Bulldogs. And you see that Ryan Garcia coach team. You see shades of both of these teams. Meredith Vire from the corner instead gives it to Wagner. Slate's now a little offset from the line. She's backed up a couple of steps on the left side. 2 minutes, 52 seconds to go. Wagner takes it now at the key. She'll dribble it over to the left side. Taking it inside. Step back! Mid-range jumper. Can't find it. That's going to fall off the left side of the rim. And luckily gets the ball from the rebound from Russell. Wagner loses her footing. Still Jackson ball.
Yeah, that's going to be a foul, the second foul on Armani Wagner, and the 4th team foul for the Bulldogs. 2:36 to go in the first half.
Corey's going to be on the inbound here for the Polar Bears, and I almost said Corey on the inbound for the Bulldogs. I mean, I just had classes with her a couple of months ago. Talia Russell from 3, pulls up. Won't go. Instead, ball is almost rebounded by Lepley. Instead, goes inside to Brooklyn Wood. She'll find the jump ball now from the refs, and possession finds its way into Jackson's hands. Ava Corey on the inbound.
Well, Alicia Manning called Jenna Slates a gritty player after the first game. I think we can call Maddie Lepley that there, too. Just fighting for that ball to force the jump ball, help Jackson regain possession.
And as you say that now, Mike, ball is stolen by Wagner. It's one-on-one. She'll hand it off to Cindy Shockley, who misses the free layup. Ball is instead rebounded by Pizer. Shockley gets a hand on it to kick it out of bounds, and now Jackson going to have another opportunity on offense. We haven't seen scoring here in about a minute. Mike. And with 2 minutes, 9 seconds to go here in the first half, it's Green 21, Jackson 18.
Well, speaking of grit, we've seen some gritty play there. Great job by Helly to fight off Jenna Slates for that rebound. You don't see Jenna Slates lose out on rebounds very much.
Absolutely. Lepli looking to cross over on Wagner. Cuts over to her right. Ball blocked. Goes Jackson's way, but Slates and Wagner both have their hands up to be able to prevent that basket.
Yeah, too much traffic in there. And again, a nice recognition by Green on Lepli. Double team in there. Jackson regains possession.
Wagner gets a hand on the ball from the inbound. Still going to go Green's way after Lepli is the last one to have a hand on it. A minute and 45 seconds to go here. And Green at 21 points against Jackson's 18 had another opportunity to go up by a couple of scores.
Yeah, Wagner looks like she's going to be that defensive stopper on Jackson's top player tonight.
Wood with the ball crosses the half-court stripe. She's guarded by Russell. She'll lose it and a little bit of her footing. Ball's taken now. Double dribble taken. It's going Jackson's way. Boone gives it to Corey, and Corey on the inbound, probably going to get this to Lepli. Let's see if I was right. I was right, Mike. Lepli now has it at the G. A minute and 32 seconds to go here. It's Green 21, Jackson 18. Wagner at the key, stationed on Lepli. Lepli looks to make a play, instead pushes off. Going Jackson's way still, and it looks like at the bonus now is Jackson with the bonus now, excuse me. And Lepli is going to take some free throw shots.
And that's going to be the third foul on Armani Wagner for Green, and they've come pretty quickly here. Looked like just a routine bump, but I guess those are fouls. Lepli gets the first free throw. Gets her 10 points on the night. Gets Jackson within 21-19.
And Lepli, rare miss on the foul stripe. Ball is rebounded by Shockley. She'll get past Russell. Telling her girls to cut through. Slates at the key now. After the dish from Shockley. Slates looks to go to her left. Instead goes to Sydney Shockley. Quick three. Can't find it. Brooklyn Wood finds the ball outside, midair, shoots it, and chucks it off the back of the backboard. And when I say back of the backboard, I mean literally behind the backboard.
Behind the backboard, yes.
Lepli now gives it off to Corey. She's guarded by Wood. Stutters in her steps. Now guarded behind is Wood. She'll get back. And now Corey looking to go over to the left side. Lepli's got it. Guarded by Shockley. Quick dribble move. Mid-range. Won't find it. Slates with the rebound. 48 seconds left now. It's Green 21, Jackson 19. Slates looks to dribble through. Instead, goes to Wood on the right perimeter. Ball inside, given to Shockley. She'll go off the backboard. Finds its way in after a redemption shot taken by the senior captain. And it rolls its way in off the back of the rim. It's Green 23, Jackson 19. 4-point lead now for the Bulldogs with 25 seconds left here in the first half. Lepli guarded by Shockley. She's got a couple of options, most of them to her left. Russell now screening past. Lepli's got a lane. She'll pull up from three. Falls off the front of the rim. Slates goes into Corey, and a hard foul taken now.
Well, that foul's going to be on Ava Corey, and Jenna Slates was shaken up on that foul. She's up right now. Green will get the ball back with 9.8 seconds to go. Second foul on Corey.
9 seconds left now in the second. It's Green 23, Jackson 19, and Green with possession of the ball has it to Shockley. Hard screen, looks to go into Delaney Gary. Brooklyn Wood tries to grab a three with no seconds to spare. Corey with the rebound. It's Green 23, Jackson 19, as both teams head to the locker room.
Well, it was really for Green. It was all Jenna Slates in the first half. 17 of the Bulldogs, 23 points, and a ton of rebounds as well. And for Jackson, Maddie Lepli leads the Polar Bears with 10 points. Green may have had an opening to kind of build on this lead, but they had a couple of unforced turnovers down at the Jackson end. Jackson was able to stay in the game. Like we talked about earlier, the first game of the season, Green was able to build a 15-point lead before Jackson came roaring back. But now we have a lot closer game going into the second half.
And with that, Mike, we are going to take a break now for halftime. This has been the Letter Live here from Green High School, taking a break for the next 9 minutes, 29 seconds. Mike will be back with your halftime scoring report with about 2 minutes to go in the halftime session. Green 23, Jackson 19. This has been the Letter Live. Aiden Brueck and Mike Popovich from Kenton Repository signing out for the first half of action at Green High School.
All right, this is Mike Popovich back here at Green, where at halftime the Green Bulldogs lead the Jackson Polar Bears by a score of 23-19. The Bulldogs trying to wrap up at least a share of the Federal League Championship tonight with a win. Looking at the scoring in the first half for the Green Bulldogs, who else but Jenna Slates leading the way for Green, 17 points. This comes after she had an offensive foul called on her in the initial seconds of the game, but she stayed on one foul, and she is having a big night thus far for the Bulldogs. The other Green scorers, well, Sydney Shockley. She has 4 points, and Meredith VR with 2 points. Only 3 Green players in their scorebook tonight. Now for the Jackson Polar Bears, they are led by Maddie Lepley with 10 points, Lexi Pizer with 4 points, Ashley Pelly with 3 points, and Maddie Dolan with 2 points. So at halftime, once again, it's the Green Bulldogs leading the Jackson Polar Bears by a score of 23-19. Well, Aiden Brueck and I will be back in just a few minutes with second half action tonight from Green.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Letter Live here from Green High School. We are back with a little bit of action for you tonight. Green currently leading the Polar Bears 23-19 with 7 minutes 45 seconds to go. Slate's already notching 17 points for herself tonight. Shockley Dribbling it through her legs now on the left side. She'll look to go inside. Up and over. Helly. And she'll grab a paint bucket. Green 25, Jackson 19. And Mike, what's changed?
Well, nothing's changed so much. Jenna Slate's off to a hot start. I was going to say, let's see if Jackson can find somebody can help contain her. But if Sydney Shockley can be productive as she was on that possession, that's going to help Green.
Corey and Lepley run into each other on the left side. Now Corey maintains possession. She's guarded by Slates. Remember, Slates, Corey both had hard fouls earlier on each other. Corey from 3, she'll dribble it through with her right. She's got 0 points tonight. Instead, she's been more on the assist front. And with that being said, Lexi Pizer gets a dish from Corey and goes up and in for an and one opportunity. Now it's Green 25, Jackson 21, 6 minutes, 56 seconds to go here in the third.
Well, you saw Lexi Pizer be productive early in the game with a couple of quick baskets. And that foul on Brooke Shockley for Green. Pizer misses the free throw, but Talia Russell gets the rebound.
Corey, deep 3. No, I was really excited for that. Slate's guarded by 2 girls. Hard. She'll fall to the ground. She might think she's being targeted tonight the way she's getting triple teamed.
Well, possession arrow going to Jackson as they were able to force that jump ball. Jackson still hanging around here.
Helly guarded closely by Vire, gets it in after Helly receives the pass. Helly almost falls out. Slates now, 3-point stripe. She'll dribble through, guarded by 2 girls. Pushes off, ball finds its way right into the lap of Helly, who just sits down calmly as she gives it off to Lepley. Now Russell hands it off to Corey. She'll want a couple. Floater inside. Finds its way in. Layup tough. Goes in. It's Green 25, Jackson 23. Now Jackson 2 points behind the Bulldogs after a tough deficit now. Slates pulls up from 3. Knocks it in. Boom. Shakalaka.
Wow. 20 points for Jenna Slates already.
And Lepley tries to go inside. That shot's blocked by Sydney Shockley. And now a travel is called on Lexi Pizer. All the momentum in the world going now for the Bulldogs. Green 28, Jackson 23. And Jackson had it within 1 earlier this game, and now they find themselves behind 5. Slate's now behind the 3-point stripe. She'll drive inside with her left. Going to Shockley, she'll bounce off of Corey and gets one in off the backboard. It's Green 30, Jackson 23. 5 minutes, 40 seconds to go. Green coming out here with vengeance. Corey has a lane inside, goes for the layup, finds it, and now Corey, after not scoring the entirety of the first half, now has 4 within the first 2.5 minutes of play now in the second half. Slates has it on the left corner. She'll look to dribble inside, guarded by Corey. Looks to get over. Ball's tipped into Lepley's hands. It's 3-on-3 basketball. Lepley, with her right, looks to dribble through off a stutter. Falls into Vire's hands. Ball travels into Shockley's hands, and a miscommunication gives Jackson the ball right back. 5 minutes, 9 seconds to go. It's Green 30, Jackson 25.
I committed the sin of talking over the play-by-play announcer a few possessions ago. And I'm not going to do it here as they're going to get ready to inbound the ball.
Helly's pushed out of bounds by Vire. Vire will get her first foul of the game coming into the second half. 5 minutes, 8 seconds to go here in the third, and Green already up 2 fouls against Jackson 0.
I was going to say, I still feel speechless when I watch Jenna Slates play, and I shouldn't be because I've seen her play. But what a fabulous start tonight for her.
With the ball now is Madison Lepley. She'll take it with her left. She's guarded by Shockley. Switches through her legs. Saved up on 1. Step back. Almost a barrage of 3s taken by both teams. Falls into Wood's hands. Slate's got it now. She'll dribble just in a circle. Goes through her legs. Backs up behind the 3-point line. Shockley's got it outside. Goes to Shockley. Now, Slate's at the 3-point line. She's guarded by Pizer. Decides not to pull up. Instead, backs up. Holds on to it. 4 minutes, 30 seconds now. Vire underneath. Goes up for a tough layup on Corey. Foul. And Vire headed to the foul stripe.
Yeah, the foul's going to be on Ava Corey for Jackson. That's going to be her third foul. Meredith Vire going to the free throw line for Green. She was 2 for 2 in the first half from the line. Her
Vire's
first
foul
shot is up and in.
We both like foul shots, Mike.
We do.
We both love foul shots. You know who else likes foul shots?
Who?
Madison Lepley.
Well, yeah, she obviously. Well, she probably didn't like one tonight. Yeah.
Vire with her second will find its way in. Wagler now subbing in for Brooke Shockley. Wagler, like I said earlier in the broadcast, she had significant starting minutes last year, but now she's taken more of the six-man role off the bench, taking it over for Brooke Shockley. Corey gets it over to Jackson's number 0, whom of which we don't have a number for. So they will be referred to as their name, from which we have. Madison Lepley inside. Quick hook shot. Finds its way into Shockley's hands. That's Lily Wackerly. Fires down in the lane. Free layup goes her way. And now with 3 minutes, 58 seconds to go. It's Green 34, Jackson 25 left. Now in the third. Lepley slowing pace down. Goes over to her right, to Helly. She's got a spot up 3. Bombarded at the line is Green.
Boy, Jackson really needed that 3 from Helly as they were fouled behind by 9. Biggest steps of the night. Her 3 gets it to within 6.
Slates owning the ball now on the left side. She's guarded by Maddie Dolan. Can't notch the layup. Instead, Dolan has it on the left side. Timeout called by Jackson will save them from impending doom. Green 34, Jackson 28, 6-point lead now for the Bulldogs. 3:19 left to go here in the third. And wow, Mike, I mean, what more could you ask for?
Well, this is the type of game you would expect for the 2 top teams in the league. And I heard you mention earlier, we got to give them credit too. Ryan Gracia, his first season at McKinley, they were off to an 0-4 start this season, have rebounded, have played very well lately. Gave this Jackson team a run for its money on Saturday with their top guard, Maya Taylor. You know, we talked about Maddie Lepley scoring 30 points in that game. Maya Taylor scored 26 points in that game. Probably wasn't the matchup that the Kirsten Bell-Taylor Mikesell matchup that LeBron James came and watched a few years ago, but it was still a fun matchup to watch because in addition to the scoring, they both, were on each other defensively.
Now on the inbound for Jackson, it's going to be Maddie Dolan. She's only got a little bit to get the ball into excuse me, that was interesting, Helly's hands. Helly over to her left, finds Corey. She's guarded aggressively by Wagler. Gets the ball to Lepley, who gets the travel, and it's going Green's way. On the inbound for the Bulldogs, it looks like it's going to be Brooklyn Wood now. 3 minutes, 5 seconds to go. It's Green 34, Jackson 28. Shockley dribbling past the G. Goes inside to Wagler, looking for a lob in stride. Can't find it. Still going Green's way, however, now. With 2 minutes, 59 seconds to go. Only burns 6 seconds on the play. 2:59 left here in the third.
Yeah, Wagler into the game for Green. She played really well defensively in the first half, but before she picked up her 3rd foul. Let's see what she can do against the Polar Bears this half.
Offset, it's inside. Slates goes in. Can't find it. She'll get the putback shot. It'll roll in. Posting and toasting for Jenna Slates. 2 minutes, 46 seconds to go here in the third. It's Green 36, Jackson 28. 8-point lead now for the Bulldogs after an aggressive push from the Polar Bears. Foul now. Wood tries to go for a quick, steal, as one does. Instead, Helly will go back out and give the inbound to Corey.
Yeah, I haven't been keeping track of offensive rebounds, but I think that's the 3rd successful putback by Slates tonight.
Deep 3 taken by Lepley, as you say that now, Mike. And Shockley has Wagler on the right. Ball's tipped by Lepley. Going Jackson's way after Shockley is seen with the last hand on the ball.
2:25 to go in the third quarter. Jackson down by 8. Still plenty of time for the Polar Bears.
Like you said, Mike, 2:16 here to go in the third. Corey's guarded by Wagler, pushing up. Tries to get past Dolan. Instead, Corey dishes it underneath and through the legs of Wackerly, and it's going Green's way. 2 minutes, 8 seconds to go now. They burn about 8 to 9 seconds off that play. Green 36, Jackson 28. Slates looks to drive inside. She's guarded by Dolan. Goes off the backboard. Jump ball going Jackson's way.
Well, Lily Wackerly, a freshman for Jackson, saw her first varsity action in that game against McKinley on Saturday, and she set the screen that allowed Maddie Lepley to get open for the game-winning layup
Sydney
in the final
Shockley,
seconds.
deep three. Off the front of the rim, Mike, and I'm sorry I had to interrupt you there. That was a little impromptu. I wasn't expecting that now. Lepley from the corner, dribbles past Shockley, finds a way inside. Ball's tipped over by Shockley. It's still going Jackson's way. 1 minute, 46 seconds to go now. And Shockley, with 0 fouls, looks to get her first, if I'm not mistaken. I believe that was just a turnover. My apologies. Corey now inbounding it for the Polar Bears. That's going to go in a lob. Miscommunication to Lepley. She'll regain confidence and control of the ball. Guarded by Shockley, backing up. Lepley's got some space created. Going over to Helly. Wood breaks that space. Screen passed. Ball off the left side of the rim. Bounce up, bounce down into the hands of Slates. Green 36, Jackson 28. We've gone scoreless for the last minute. 1 minute, 25 seconds to go here in the third. Slates guarded by Dolan. She'll look to go over to her left, dribbles back through her legs to the right, and gives it right back to Armani Wagler, who's going to reset for the Bulldogs, being guarded by Ava Corey. Corey going up on Wagler, forces her to get rid of the ball, and Wood now with the ball for the Bulldogs. Wood decides to give it off to Shockley. Shockley puts her hands up in surprise because Wood launches the ball about 2 feet offset left, out of bounds.
Yeah, more opportunities for Green to really get this lead into double digits. Unforced turnover there. Jackson regains possession.
Lepley's got it now on the right side. She is guarded closely by Shockley, looking to take it through her left. She wants to spot up, but she can't do it. Corey now with the ball on the right side, goes over to Helly. Helly almost steps out of bounds. Ball stolen by Wagler. It's 2-on-1. She'll want to finish this herself. Ball's in. No backboard foul. Nothing but net on the layup for Wagler. Green 38, Jackson 28. 10-point lead now taken. Lepley pulls up from deep. Won't find it. Ball's rebounded by Slates. 25 seconds to go here in the third. It's Green 38, Jackson 28. Now Slates taking the ball slowly, slowing down the pace after that fast series of events, Mike. Looks like Green playing a little bit of the wall on the backside. Slates goes over to the right, and now Wagler has it at the post. 5 seconds to go. Fire, deep three. No go. Shockley inside, won't notch it. Corey comes up with the rebound, and now Green with a commanding scoring run to put them up 10 with 8 minutes to go. And Mike, I think there's only one thing and one person that you could say who's hot right now.
Well, who's hot? Jenna Slates. Not as hot in the third quarter as she was in the first half, but still really productive tonight. 22 points for the Bulldogs, 22 of their 38 points. And we talked about Armani Wagler, defensive presence. We saw that at the end of the first half where she comes up with the steal and gets herself rewarded with the layup to give the Bulldogs their biggest lead of the night, 38-28, with a chance to clinch a share of the Federal League title.
Now Green leading by 10. Jackson still trying to put a wrench in the side of Green now with a little bit of time left. They've got 8 minutes to make a change. It looks like they're going to make a couple of changes off the bench. It's going to be Lepley, Corey, Russell, Dolan, and Hallie. Wow, I was really close. AC/DC's playing in my ear, Mike. I can't be this pumped up.
Well, yeah, it's hard to concentrate when AC/DC is going,
I got thunderstruck in my ears, Mike, and Corey Nicole's epic voice going over the PA
All
system.
the respect to somebody your age who knows a lot about AC/DC and Thunderstruck.
Dude, trust me, I used to be the biggest AC/DC fan. You should see the amp that I used to have for literally no reason. Lepley, now on the right stripe, goes inside. She'll put up a quick floater. Ball falls off the front of the rim, rebounded by Slates. Slates finally reaches the 10-point mark on her rebounds tonight. Shockley going to the corner. Veyer's got an open three. Splash! Give it to her. Vyer finally gets one of her best threes of the night. It's Green 41, Jackson 28. Green with a 13-point lead now with 7 minutes, 25 seconds to go. Corey goes out of bounds, influenced by Wagler with the ball in her hands. Corey going to be on the inbound for the Polar Bears, and Pizer going to notch her first minutes now in the fourth after a little bit of extended time off in the third. Helly now has it in the right corner. She's guarded by Brooke Shockley. Screen passed by Lepley. She'll drill one over to Talia Russell on the left side, who gets it to Corey. Corey looks a screen pass, dribbles behind her back, guarded by Slates, gets motioned on by Shockley. Lepley now tries to get past Vyer. She'll push off. Charge taken. Green 41, Jackson 28, 7:07 to go here in the fourth. And Green, with all the momentum in the world, carrying this to the finish line.
Yeah, Green up by 13, their biggest lead of the night. And when players not named Jenna Slates start to get into the action, that spells doom for opponents.
And an in-stride pass from Shockley to Vyer. Goes over to Jenna Slates from the corner. Goes off the side of the rim, no straw. Goes over to Pizer, who goes to Corey. Corey spot up three. Can't find it. Vyer finds the rebound against Corey, her old teammate. Wagler gets the pass in stride. Screens one over top. Instead, ball ends up in Corey's hands. They've got Helly down on the other side. Brooke Shockley down the side. Contested layup goes in for Helly. Helly, she's got 8 points tonight. 6 minutes 30 to go here now. Green 41, Jackson 30. And Brooke Shockley now with the ball for the Bulldogs. Stolen by Corey. Sydney Shockley with the chase down. She'll go up. Gets the foul. Corey's headed to the foul stripe.
Well, if Jackson's going to make a move, now's a good time to make it. And it's a good start, really, on this stretch. A basket, forced turnover, and Corey now with the opportunity to go to the free throw line to get her team within 9. As her first shot is up and in.
Corey now with a lot of points tonight. That foul shot marked her on to 5 points on the night. I mean, Corey usually takes a larger role in the scoring side of things for the Polar Bears, but it looks like tonight, honestly, it's been very spread out. Lepley has been able to only get 10 as Corey misses her second. Ball falls into the hands of Shockley and goes to Shockley. Shockley to Shockley connection. Shock the system, Mike. With the ball now, Jenna Slates on the left side. She'll be guarded by Pizer on the right side. Spins around, looks to go in, mid-range jumper. Nothing but net for Slates. It's Green 43, Jackson 31. Now, starting to turn in Green's favor. 5 minutes, 50 seconds to go. Russell's guarded by Vyer on the left side. She'll get that to Helly at the key. Goes inside to Lepley. She's double-teamed. Ball blocked by Slates with her hands up. Goes right back to her. Saves Shockley from getting hit with the ball. Shockley drives inside. She'll try to go inside. Ball's rebounded by by Wood. Vyer now has it. She'll go inside. Tough lay. Won't find it. She'll fall to the ground. Won't find the foul. And that ball is going to go to Ava Corey now on the right side. Corey goes across to Lepley. She's unmarked for a three. Won't go. Shockley with the rebound, and I should probably acknowledge that was Sydney Shockley with the rebound, as both Shockleys are on the floor for the Bulldogs.
And Madison Lepley with an excellent chance to get the Polar Bears back to within 9. When she's got an open three, she's going to have to shoot it. She's missed a couple of those tonight that could have gotten Jackson back into this game. But Green in a good position. Still 5:16 to go, but Green is in the position it wants to be in with a 12-point lead.
And this, like you said, Mike, this is the position. This is the position that Green wants to be in with 5 minutes, 16 seconds to go. Green wins this, they cut down the nets. They are already sharing at least a bit of the Federal League title. But to Jackson, what does this mean to them? They're playing for a spot to even have a chance to go that direction. And for Jackson, at this point, if they drop this game, nothing's going to matter to them but the postseason.
Well, yeah, I mean, you figure, Jackson could still gain a share if Green drops the rest of their league games. But the way Green has played this season, you really don't anticipate that happening. So tonight was the night they really had to make an impact and win this game and to create maybe a little drama in the Federal League race.
Sydney Shockley gets the rebound from her younger sister, Brooke, and the senior, dribbling it down the court, goes to Slates on the left side. Slates will dribble around. Pizer on the motion, or excuse me, on the, overpassing of the defense there. Slates to Brooke, Shockley. She'll go to Wood. That ball's tipped out. And actually, the refs call it Jackson's way, although I feel like my eyes didn't deceive me there. Jackson definitely got a hand on that.
Your eyes are younger. I believe you.
I would believe me too. Green 43, Jackson 31, 4 minutes, 45 seconds to go. Lepley on the right side, marked by the volleyball lining on the court. She's guarded by Sydney Shockley. Brooke and Sydney both switching over. Helly, marked by Wood, can't find the three. Ends up in Veyer's hands after a fight with Slates. Flung over to Sydney Shockley. And now, Sydney Shockley, having the ball, hands it over to Slates on the left side. 4 minutes, 15 seconds to go here. It's Green 43, Jackson 31. Push foul on Pizer. Gives Slates the inbound.
No, really no hurry for Green here. Up by 12 with 4:13 to go. As we get another timeout here. You know, we haven't been on the air since last Tuesday, and after that, we got word from the Federal League athletic directors that we can continue with the Federal League broadcast the rest of the year. So we want to thank them for allowing us to continue doing this the rest of the season, and and as well as their commissioner Terry Peterson for his cooperation. We've done our best to try to really make this fun and make this a good educational experience for you. And I have had so much fun doing this, and I'm glad that we're going to continue to do that, because I'm being put to the test tonight. In addition to doing a good job for you, I have to write this game tonight.
Well, you got some familiar ground tonight. You got Ryan Isley on the right, or on the job for Cleveland.com. He's been on for his article. We're also joined tonight by John Bazeka for Q92 Sports. Send it over to our right. Huge props to him and the Q92 crew for covering as much high school basketball as they possibly can over this winter season. Now, as we continue to go with this game forward, 4 minutes, 13 seconds to go. It's Green 43, Jackson 31. 4:11 to go now, 2 seconds notched down. Corey sees an opportunity to intercept, but instead forces Veyer to go over to Slates. Aggressive defense played by the Polar Bears. Veyer's unmarked for a three. She put one up and put one down. Onfligo gets it. 3 minutes, 52 seconds to go. It's Green 46, Jackson 31.
I think Meredith Veyer just delivered the dagger for the Bulldogs here.
Lepley, tough post-up move, won't go, falls in the hands of Veyer, and Veyer, also being the three-point shooter that she is, also plays some very aggressive and good defense for the Bulldogs. Slates in the corner, looks to dribble it inside. She'll pull up a tough shot, can't find it. Instead, that ball is going to fall into the hands of Emily Rofi. And Lepley's got it now for the Polar Bears. She gets past Shockley. She'll give it right back out to Rofi from three. Can't knock it down. Ends up in the hands of Pizer. With the ball now, gives it to Corey. Corey looking for a screen pass. She'll take it with her left. Lepley goes around. Over to Rofi. Dribbles back. She's guarded closely by Brooke Shockley. Shockley almost gets the ball. Clean mark from the junior. Lepley looks to go inside of Pizer and is swatted away by Jenna Slates. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God!
Exclamation point. Wow. Haven't seen a block like that in a while.
And a quick three taken by Helly is blocked by Wood, but she did get a little bit of contact there. and Helly will be headed to the foul stripe now. 2 minutes, 46 seconds to go. 15-point lead now for the Bulldogs. Helly looking to cut that down to give Jackson a bit more of a chance now with 2 minutes, 46 seconds to go. I'll tell you, it's been bell to bell. Jackson has not let down the fight. They are still willing to try as hard as they possibly can to cut this Green lead down, and they're looking for every single way to slip inside Green's inefficiencies.
Well, Helly gets her second free throw, gives her 10 points of the night. Trying for her third to get the Polar Bears to within 12, and she does.
Having the ball now.
That block. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Go
my
ahead,
goodness.
man.
Sydney Shockley fires it inside to Brueck. Slates from three won't pull up. Instead decides, slowing down, looking to stall time. Vire wants it in the corner. She'll mark it off. She'll dribble underneath. Screens past with Slates. Sydney Shockley at the G. She's got nobody on her. Hands it off to her sister on her left side. And now Brueck looks to dribble forward. She's got a couple of lanes inside. Triangle defense closes in from Jackson. And Pizer got her hands on the ball before Brooklyn Wood could. The ref's still calling it Jackson ball. Corey's got it now. Mike Kuhn on the side, or well, I say sideline, on the bench for Jackson. Commanding his players. Let's get another play going. Lepley at the three-point stripe. Goes outside. Helly. Lepley finds it again. She's on the left perimeter. Looks to dribble around, looking for a quick move. She's got nobody. Instead, goes to Helly, deep three. Can't knock it in. Real close, I will say. Slates finds the rebound, and it looks like Rofi looking for a foul. Vire in the corner. Hands it off to Sydney Shockley. And Green just playing hurry-up ball now. Slates has it on the right side. Looking to give it to Brueck. Gets it to Vire. She's got a corner three. Can't knock it down, but Slates gets the rebound, extends her right to get it on. Tries to go for a quick off the foot to get the ball right back, but Green is able to take the timeout before that transpired. And with 1 minute and 22 seconds now, Green, 12-point lead over the Polar Bears. And as the time ticks down, it seems like they keep climbing that ladder to get those nets down.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that we're at January the 15th, and we're talking about cutting the nets down. That's how decisive Green has played this season in the Federal League. I mean, I can't remember this ever happening in January.
I mean, it truly is astonishing. I have never seen a team this early in the season be able to grab a Federal League title like this Green girls team has been able to do. And I've been at Green. I saw their 2022 district title run, and that season took them early into March. In middle of January, we were still looking who would still have it between Green and Jackson. But Green already is able to get the edge over the Polar Bears in the Federal League standings on January 15th. With the ball now, Jenna Slates dribbles with her right, dishes it off to Wagler. She's guarded by Rofi. She'll crossover again. Wow, shifty moves from Wagler. Travel is called, however, a little too drifty with the sticks. Corey takes it now. Corey looks to drive inside herself, dishes it underneath to Pizer. She'll grab a quick two, and now cuts the lead down to 10. A minute left. Jackson's got to make a fight. Fire over to Brooke Shockley. She'll hold onto it, gives it to her sister. Double teamed by the Bulldogs. It looks like Green now wanting to take a timeout now after the aggressive double team from Lepley and Rofi.
Jackson being down by 10 with 52 seconds to go. They got to create turnovers more than anything because they would have to foul Green 3 more times to get them to the free throw line. So you need a quick turnover, maybe another quick turnover, and baskets on both ends. But Green looking really good right now.
Jackson wants to prevent as much scoring as they possibly can against this Bulldogs offense. And if they can do that, they might have a sliver of hope with 52 seconds to go here in the fourth. Like we said, Green 46, Jackson 36. The game the game score, the final score, is a little misleading. I think this game has been way closer than the final score will say.
Yeah, it really has been. Green was only up by a few points at halftime, and it's definitely one of the better games you and I have done this year. And at least there's something still on the line here, but just a fabulous performance by Green tonight and during this season.
On the inbound for the Bulldogs, it's Brooke Shockley. Vire's got to get past the line. She'll pull through. Sydney Shockley's got it in the corner. Gets it over to Brooke. Fires over to Armani Wagler, who goes to Vire. Almost a steal taken. No foul called. Sydney Shockley gets past. She'll give it right back to Vire. Hot potato being played with the ball now. 34 seconds left to go. Jackson's got to make something happen. Vire goes inside. Wagler to Slates. She's got an open layup. And Mike, that might be the rock that puts the baby to sleep.
I couldn't put it better myself. I'll let you do that.
Green 48, Jackson 36, down 12. Corey's going to pull up a quick three. Guarded by Wagler. Ball's rebounded by Brooke Shockley. Jackson going to play until the end of the buzzer. And Green Bulldogs, the Green Lady Bulldogs, find a share of the Federal League title here at their home court against one of the most formidable foes in the Federal League in the Jackson Polar Bears. Final score, Green 48, Jackson 36.
Well, great job by Green this season. The Federal League, one of the best girls basketball leagues around. You've seen teams like the Lake Blue Streaks last year go to the regionals. You've seen teams like the McKinley Bulldogs, the Glen Oak Golden Eagles go to the regionals. We talked about Green a couple of years ago making a run to the district championship game and in 2022. And tonight, the Green Bulldogs collect a trophy. On January 15th, they win the Federal League Championship. They will get to cut down the nets, and they're now taking a team picture at the G at center court, and they are getting the announcement that they are a share of the Federal League champion. They have won a share of the Federal League title. They are going to get the trophy presented to them by Athletic Director Eric Musey. And Alicia Manning being embraced by her players as they raise the trophy into the sky. And I'll tell you, that's the first of a few trophies the Bulldogs would like to collect this season. Federal League champions, a share of the Federal League title. Really the only team that could catch the Bulldogs to grab a share of the Federal League title as well as Jackson. They suffered their third league loss tonight, but it's hard to imagine any team knocking off this Green team the rest of the way with 3 league games to go. All they need is one more win, and they will have the outright Federal League championship. And what they're going to do is, on the right side of the court, they're going to cut down the nets. And I'm sure they will do that on the left side of the court before the night ends. Now, Aiden Brueck has gone down on the court to secure a couple of post-game interviews for us, as well as for my writing purposes as well. We're going to get head coach Alicia Manning. I'm sure we'll get Jenna Slate, maybe one other player. And he's directed Alicia Manning to where we're going to be doing the post-game interviews. And we'll have those later on in this broadcast. An all-around fine performance tonight by the Green Bulldogs. Jenna Slates got them off to a good start. Well, she got off to a great start herself with a big first half. And she ends up with 26 points. But as her teammates started to compliment her, that's when Green started to take control of this game tonight. Meredith VR finishing with 12 points. She hit a couple of back-to-back threes that were huge as Green started to create some separation into this game. And then Sydney Shockley also had 8 points for the Bulldogs. Also scoring tonight for Green was Armani Wagler with 2 points. She had a defensive presence for the Bulldogs tonight, and then including one time where she was able to force a steal, and that created her own layup for her only 2 points of the night. So we're going to take a timeout for a few minutes, and we're going to come back with some post-game interviews. Wrap this up.
We're still going to do it. I just wanted you to wrap up your thing.
Okay, well, the producer's telling me to wrap up my thing. So we'll be back in a few minutes. The final score tonight, Green 48, Jackson 36. All right, it's Mike Popovich back at Green High School, where the Green girls basketball team defeated the Jackson Polar Bears by a score of 48-36. The Bulldogs clinch a share of the Federal League title, and the post-game celebration for the Bulldogs continues. They have cut down the nets on both sides of the court. They have collected a Federal League championship trophy, and if they win one more Federal League game, that will be the only Federal League championship trophy awarded to girls basketball, because they will have then clinched the title outright. But it's a night of celebration for the Bulldogs here at Green High School on their home court as they win a share of the Federal League title. And pictures being taken. They had a group picture taken on the G at center court immediately after the game. And then after they cut down the nets, they had a group picture taken in the stands with some of the parents standing behind the team. And the music has suddenly stopped. So I think Alicia Manning is talking to the team right now underneath the basket, which is why the music stopped. So they continue to take pictures. So Aiden Brueck has been able to secure interviews we're going to have with Alicia Manning, Jenna Slates, who poured in 26 points tonight, and Sydney Shockley, who had a nice game as well for the Bulldogs. But those will come after pictures are taken, and we'll have those in a few minutes. So the final score again tonight, Green 48, Jackson 36, and Aiden Brueck and I will be back with you in a few minutes.